Good morning. Let us start today's session on percentages. Now see now, basics we know. Let us start from the basics. 52% of 320. What do you for 52% of 320? It is simple. 52 by 100 into 320. Okay. So that would amount what? 64. Clear? Directly you can do in the calculator. But see, now if you want to do brain, you know, sorry, 160. It is 166.4. Now if you need to do this in brain, what you will do? 52% means don't do like this. 320. 50% will be what? 50% is how much? 160. 1% is how much? 1.6. 2% is how much? Sorry, 3.2. This is 6.4. Now 6.4 plus 160 is 166.4. Do this calculation in your brain. Got it? Second one. Same way, 32.5% of 320. Now what do you mean by 32.5% of 320? In this case also, what you need to do? 320, no? So first 10% will be what? 32. Same, 30% is going to be what? 32 into 3, 96. 2.5% will be what? 32 is for 10%. 2.5 is what? 4 times. Okay, divided by 4, 8. So it would become what? 104. Any doubts? Here, just write down. Third one, 24.18% of 50. Now like this question, if you get me in SEMA, 24.18% of 50. So what you need to do? So instead of doing 24.18% of 50, you can do what? 24.18 into 50%. Now half of 24.1 is what? 12.09. Answer in your brain. See, you can shift the percentage over this side. Here, anything. Now I'll tell you. See, now 10% of 30, which is nothing but what? 3, you know, right? 10 into 30% is also what? 3 only. Got it? Understood the technique or did not understand? Next, 37.5% of 160. Now same, 37.5% of 160, how to do it? Now same, 10% it will be what? 16. Any doubts in this? 30% will be what? 48. No doubts in this. 7.5% will be what? 10%, it is 16. 1%, 1.6. 1.6 into 7.5, don't do like that. So now see, 10% value is what? 16. 7.5% is nothing but 3 by 4, right? So it will be what? Perfect. 16 into 3 by 4 will be what? 12. So 12 plus 48, answer is 60. So 160, 37.5% is what? 60. Got it? Any doubts? Write down now. I'm starting. Please note it down. ये लिख लो. You will be having however system calculator, but still. Okay? आपका applications थोड़ा speed हो जाना. Now see. 22.22% of 180. Now how to do it? 22.22%. 22.22% exactly. Do it in the calculator. What you'll get? 22.22 divided by 100 into 180. Clear? So answer is what? 40. C, which is 40 approximately. You will do it in the calculator, but you should remember this. Here the origin is like 1 is what? Nothing but 100%. Fractions में convert कर दिया तो. Now 1 by 2 is nothing but what? 50%. Now 1 by 3 is nothing but what? 33.33%. Next 1 by 4 is nothing but what? 25%. 1 by 5 is nothing but what? 20%. Next 1 by 6 is nothing but what? 16.66%. Now 1 by 7 is nothing but what? 14.28%. Next 1 by 8 is nothing but what? 12.6%. Next 1 by 9 is nothing but what? 11.11%, like this. Now if you see 22.22 is nothing but what? 11.11 double, right? So that is nothing but 2 by 9. So 2 by 9 into 180. 9 1 the 9 20 the 2 into 20 is what? 40. That's it. Got it? Did not understand. Perfect. See, however you do in calculator, you'll get it, but still, your brain should be functioning very fast. Clear? Write down this chart as well. Got it, ma'am? Any doubts? Now 27.77 percentage of 180. Now how to do this? 27.77 percentage is nothing but what? Huh? Now 20 plus 7.77. See. Now here you know this is what? 11.11 and this is what? 16.66. If you add this both, it will be what? 27 point. Perfect. So this is nothing but, now if you do know, this can be written as 16.66 percentage plus 11.11 percentage of 180, which is nothing but what? 1 by 6 into 180 plus 1 by 9 into 180. 9 1 the 920 is a 6 1 the 630 is a 30 plus 20 is what? 50. If you're still doing the calculator, you will get the same answer, but okay. Understood this method? 50, 49.99 you will get. That's it. 49.99 if you round it 50 only, no? Got it? Did not understand. Got it? Revenue, right? Revenue of a company A and B are 19,764 and 23,652 rupees respectively. While the profits 3,119 and 3,991 lakhs and 442 lakhs. Company has higher profitability. Now higher profitability is nothing but, no, profit percentage you need to check. Profit percentage is nothing but profit upon sales or revenue into 100. Here, I will check that. I will tell you. Now 3991 divided by 19,764. into 100. This you can do. 442 divided by 23,652 into 100. This also you can do. Here calculator में दोनों भी लगा सकते हैं, but the problem is not about calculator, how your brain functions fast. ये 3,991 you can take it as 4,000 rounded. 19,764 you can take it as 20,000 into 100. तो ये कितना होता है 1 by 5. This is nothing but 20% the case है. And in this case you can take 500. Sorry, this is not 442 ma, 4112. 4112. 4112. Now 4112 rounded is what? 4,000. This 23,652 you can take it as 24,000 into 100. This is 1 by 6, which is nothing but 16.66%. If you go now 18% rehta, but this is going to be highest, however 20%. Understood? Did not understand this one? Clear? Any doubts? Not on this one. Clear ma? Any doubts in this? Now see, if A got 32 marks and B got 54 marks, then got 50. Write down. How? So the question is, B got how many percentage more marks than A? Now this is the question. So what you need to do? A got what? 32 marks. B got what? 4 marks. Now B got how many marks more percentage than A? Now B got extra how much? 22. You are comparing with what? A. So 22 divided by 32 into 100. It will be how much? 68%. Here, exactly, precisely, it will be 68.75. 68.75. 22 divided by 32. That's it. Clear? Any doubts? Did not understand? Now same question. Now if A got 32 marks and B got 4 marks. Now A got how many more or less percentage than B? Now same question. Now what is given? Than B it is given. Now A's marks are what? 32. B's marks are what? 54. Now the difference is what? Again 22. Now 22 upon 54 into 100, which is so 41% or 40%. Clear? No doubt. Now write down now. 60% of 70% a number of a number is 1680. Then find the number. So what we need to do? 60 by 100 into x is equal to what? 1680. 80. So x is equal to what? 1680 into 100 by 60 into 100 by 70. 0 0 cancel, 0 0 cancel, 6 7 जा 42, 6 7 जा 42, 42 टेबल में ये कितने टाइम्स आएगा? 4. तो 4000. x is equal to 4000. That's it. Got it? Done with it? Rahul owns 83 1 by 3 percentage of land and 2 by 3rd of the land worth is 5 lakhs. Find the value of the property. चाहिए ना? In rupees lakhs he owns. Now 100 percentage of the property नहीं पूछ रहे, राहुल का property का, that is what? 83 1 by 3 percentage is x, and we know that what? 2 by 3 is nothing but 5 lakhs. The problem is ये 83 1 by 3 percentage कैसे करते हैं? 83 1 by 3 is nothing but what? 3 into 83 which is 249. 249 plus 1 250 by 3 percentage. इसको correctly करें तो क्या होता है? 250 by 300 which is nothing but what? 5 by 6. Now you need to understand 83.33 is 5 by 6. How, sir? I taught you a chart. 1 by 6 is what? 16.66. इसको 5 times multiply करो, 83.33%. So everything. Now 5 by 6 is what? X. 2 by 3 is what? 5 lakhs. What you can do? Unitary method. X is equal to what? 5 lakhs into 5 by 6 divided by 2 by 3. ये भी आना चाहिए. Okay, when you are finding x, no, उसका exactly opposite will go in division and remaining will be in multiplication directly. Okay, it will save your time. 2 next to 2 ones are 2,50,000. 2 ones are 1,25,000 into 5 is what? 6,25,000. But it did not understand. Please note down. 1/3 is remaining is how much? 2,50,000. Total 7,50,000. What? It is in same ratio only, no? Rahul owns 83 1 by 3 percentage of land. That is why 1/3 is 1 lakh, 2/3 value is 5 lakhs, means remaining 1/3 will be what? 2,50,000. No? Got it? Did not understand? Now see. A student secured 80 percentage of the total marks and got 720 marks. Now, question is how many marks did a student who secured 90 percentage get? Now the question is, now a student secured 80% of the total marks and got 720 marks. Then what about a student who got 90 percentages? Now simple, 80% is the 720. So 90 percentage you can do directly, no? X. So x is equal to what? Nothing but 720. I told you, into 90 divided by what? 80. 90 into 9, 810. You told what? 100%. 900 into 90%, that is 810 again. Okay, don't waste your one step also extra. Got it? Did not understand. Write down the question so that it will make useful notes for you properly. Got it? Did not understand. डन। ये क्वेश्चन तेरे लिए। इन अ group of people, 28% of the members are young, while rest are old. If 65% of the members are literate and 25% of the members are 25% of the literate are young, then the percentage of old people among the illiterate is nearest. This is the question. Nearest to options within like, देखो, if a group of people 28% of the members are young while the rest are old, if 65% of the members are literate and 25% of the literate are young, then the percentage of the old people among the illiterate is nearest to. Option A is 62, B is 55, option C is 59, option D is 66. Here, try to note, try to do this for a minute. I'll give you time. Now let us break this data into this format: young and old, right? Two cases are given, and उसमें क्या है, literate and literate, and make a total column. Okay. Now let us understand. In a group people, 28% of the members are what? Young. 28 are young. Remaining are what? Old. So here 28 minus 100 is what? 72. Any doubts? Now if 65% of the members are literate, 65% are literate. So 65, this is 35. Any doubts? And 25% of the literate are young. 25% of the literate are young. 65 into 25%, that is nothing but 16.25. now minus 65 कर सकते, that is 48.75 is what? Old. now old का illiterate कितना आ जाता? 72 minus 48.75, which is 23.25. now they are asking what? Percentage of old people among the illiterate. Percentage of the old people among the illiterate, that is 23.25 divided by 35 into 100. 3.25 divided by 35 into 100, which is 66.42%. Nothing but 66. Round off करके. The option. Got it? Done. And it is CAT 2019 series 1 question. In a class, 50% of the students are girls and rest are boys. There are 30 girls then boys. If 58% of the students, including 30 boys, pass an examination, in percentage of girls who do not pass. Any doubts? This one doubt. Now you can make what? A grade. The table बना सकते हैं आप. Boys, girls, passing and failed students के, और ये total हो जाएगा. Now what is given in a class? 60% of the students are girls. Okay. So this is 60% and this is 40% obviously. There are 30 more girls than boys. इन दोनों का difference कितना है? 30. So 30 is equivalent to what? 20%. Here total 100% का value कितना हो जाता? X. So X is nothing but 150. Cross कर लो. Here 150 हो जाता. Now 150 into 60% is nothing but 90, and 150 into 40% is what? 60. Clear we got. Now if 68% of the students, including 68%, including 30 boys who pass in an examination, 30 boys pass in what? Examination, and this is what? Total 68%. So 150 into 68% is what? 102. Total number of boys is 102. 102 minus 30 is 72. Now 90 minus 72 is what? 18. Who failed? Clear? Any doubts? Now what is the percentage of girls who did not pass? So 18 divided by 90 into 100. 1 by 5. 5 on the 20%. Understood? Did not understand. Now next question देखो. If 30% of the people who drink are heart patients, and 80% of the heart patients are those who drink. If 40% of the population drink, then what percentage population are heart patients? Now this is also, you can give a try. E is 20, is 12, is 10. Okay, I'll give you a minute. You can give a try. Now you can record what? Heart patients, non-heart patients, those who drink, and those who don't drink. And एक total column बनाएंगे. Here now if 30% of the people who drink are heart patients and 80% of the heart patients are those who drink, if 40% of the population drink, okay, now total is 100. In that 40% is what? Drinking people. So 40, so this is going to be 60. Now 40 here it is given as what? 30% of the people who are drink are heart patients. So 40 ka 30% is going to be 12. And it is given again what? 80% of the heart patients are those who drink. Now 12 is 80% of drinking. So 100% will become what? 12. This is for heart patient. So this is going to be what? 3. Total is what? 15. Now what is the question? Then what percentage of the population are heart patients? Well, 15 divided by 100 into 100, which is 15%. Any doubts? Here, got it? We'll move to the next question. Let us understand this concept of multiplying factors. Now simple. 8 percentage of number is nothing but what? 0 point, perfect, 0.08x. 80% is 0.8x. Here you need to understand this one clearly. Next one is 43 percentage of number, perfect, 0.43x. Now this is given 0.4 percentage of number. Now in this case 0.0004, 0.004x. Next one is 250 percentage of x. It will become 2.5x, perfect. Now let us understand this as well. Increase a number by 15%, perfect, 1.15. Next, increase the number by 141%, and 41x, perfect. Decrease the number by 67%. In this case it will become what? 0.33x. Any doubts in this? Clear? Did not understand. Huh. No doubt. Now Seema, if income tax rate is reduced from 25%, 17.5%, then tax Mr. X taxable income is 9,200, but reduced by number only. No ma. Now see, if income tax rate is reduced from 25% to 17.5%, then tax paid by Mr. X, whose taxable income is 9,200, would reduce by how much? Now this is 9,200. Initially he was getting the income. So on that 25% tax will be how much? No. Income, how much it will be taxable, like that. 9,200, 25%. Now same, the rate reduced by how much? 17.5%. In that case it will become what? 1610. Now the difference, if you see now, 2300 minus 1610, which is going to be 690. This is the difference in his tax. Here, any doubts? No problem. No. That is the reason. Got it? Not all. For understanding, you're not understanding percentage. Got it? The ratio of two numbers 3 by 6 is to 2 by 3. By what percentage is the second number is more slash less than the first number? Option A is 25% less. 25%. Option C is 25% less. D is 20% more. Will you give it a try for a minute? Acha. Share 20% less, 20%. Now, how to do this is, the ratio of two numbers is 5 by 6 and 2 by 3. This is 5 by 6 and 2 by 3. Let us make like this. So the numbers are in the ratio what? 5 by 6 is to 6, 6 cancel, 5 is to 4 are the numbers. Now the question is, the second number is more or less? How much it is less? 1. Out of how much? 5 into 100, which is 20% less. That's it. Two numbers are what? 5 and 4, basically. 20% less. Got it? Discussion. Got it? Now in the final examination, Vishnu scored 72% and 9, 70 to 9, 52%. Asha scored 64%. The marks obtained by Vishnu 3 plus and by Asha is 34 more than the marks obtained by Ramesh. The marks obtained by Geeta, who scored 84%. This is PYQ CAT. Now, how to do this question? Now, let us understand this question. In the final examination, Vishnu got what? 2%, and Asha scored how much? 64%. Now, the marks obtained by Vishnu is 23 less than that by Asha is 34 more than the marks obtained by Ramesh. बीच में कौन आया? Ramesh आया. Now here the difference is how much? 23, and here the difference is how much? 34. Now total in दोनों का percentage difference is how much? 12%. So 57 is 12%. So 100 percentage will become what? 100% क्यों? Directly कर लेंगे. Percentage we want 84%. This is nothing but यहाँ 7 times multiply हो रहा. 12 7 84. So 57 into 7 is what? 399. That's it. Any doubts? Got it? Clear? Now write down the number of girls in a class is 50% of the number of boys in the class. An exam, total of 80 students, of which 30% are girls. %35 of the boys failed in the exam. And percentage of the girls who passed in the exam. %55. B is 58%. C is 42%. D is 75%. The number of girls in a class is 60% of the number of boys in the class. In an exam, total of 80 students of the class failed, of which 30% are girls and 35% of the boys failed in the exam. Find the percentage of girls who passed in the exam. Okay. Now Seema, the number of girls in a class is 60% of the number of boys in the class, and in an exam total 80 students of the class failed, and of which 30% are girls. If 35% of the boys failed in the examination, find the percentage of the girls who passed in the examination. Simple. Boys का column बनाओ, एक girls का column बनाओ, total बना दो, pass बनाओ, and next one is fail. Now here the number of girls is 60% of the number of boys in the class. Okay, start from here. In an examination, total 80 students of the class failed. 80 has failed, and we know that what 60% of the, this is x and this is 0.60x, then this will become 1.6x. Perfect. Next, out of which 30%, in an exam total of 80 students of the class failed, out of which 30% are girls. 30% are girls means what, 80 into 30%, so ये 24 हो जाएगा, ये 56 हो जाएगा. Now if 35% of the boys failed in the examination, if 35% of the boys failed in the examination, 56 divided by 35% is what, 160. So this is 104 and this is 160. Now 160, sorry sir, this is x and this is 0.0. This is x and this is 0.60x. So here 160 into 0.60 is what, 96. 96 minus 24 is 72. Now what is the question they are asking? Failed in the examination, find the percentage of girls who passed in the examination. And the percentage of girls who passed in the examination is nothing but 72 divided by 96 into 100. Just 70%. Any doubts? Why? Smile like that one, you know. Now see this type of question. Salary of A is 52,840 per month. He gets an increase of 20% after first year of service due to COVID-19. His salary was reduced by 10% by the end of second year. What is the percentage? Change in his salary over the period of 2 years. Over the period of 2 years. 52840. Find this one second. Now what happened here is 52 840 rupees. He got an increase of how much? 20%. So plus 20%, that would be 63,408. Next, what happened? Reduced by 10%, minus 10%. That would be 57,607.2. Now the net difference is how much? 52,840 minus 57,067. This 4,227. The difference between this and this part. Now 4,227 divided by 52,840 into 100, which is 8% approximately. Got it? Now let us do this kind of question. Now a salary is there. Initially it increased by 10% and it decreased by 25% next year and 32%. Wait one second. I'll tell you. Now 10% increase, afterwards 20% increase, next 32% decrease. Now what is the net change in this? Percentage change? No. Now see, first 100 is there. If you do it directly, add 10%, it will become what? 110. 110 plus 20% is how much? 132. 132 minus 32 percentage, which is 100. Sorry, 132 minus 32 percentage is how much? 9.7. 100 plus 10% plus 20% minus 30. 23.5 unit to get now. See my small correction. Initially 10% increase, afterwards 25% increase and 32% decrease. This will give you what? So this is 100, 110, 110 plus 25 percentage is how much? 110 plus 25%, which is 137.5. Now 137.5 minus 32%, which will give you what? 93.5. If you see, the net difference is how much? 6.5. This is one way. Any doubts? Now reverse bhi karo. Now 100 is there. 100 minus 32% is what? 68. 68 plus 25% is what? 85. 85 plus 10% will give you what? 93.5. The difference is what? 6.5. Any doubts? Did not understand. Got it not clear? If A is 50% more than B and B is 25% less than C and C is 33.33% more than D, what percentage of D is A? Any doubts? Try to do this. A, B, C, D. A is 50% more than B, and B is 25% less than C, and C is 33.33 percentage more than D. Clear? Any doubts? So I can take D as 100. This is what 133.33, and minus 25% is how much? 3.33 minus 25%, which is nothing but 100. 150% more, 150. समझ में आया नहीं है? 150 by 100 into 100, 150%. Got it. Write down in an examination. The score of A was 10% less than B. The score of B was 25% more than that of C, and the score of C was 20% less than that of D. If A scored 72, then the score of D is how much? Now let us understand this. In an examination, the score of A was 10% less than B, and B, the score was 25% more than that of C, and C, the score was 20% less than that of D. Now if A scored how much? 72, then the score of D is how much? Now let us take an example. ये 100 ले लेंगे. 100 minus 20 is what? 80. 80 plus 25% is 100. 100, and this is what? 10% less, 90. Now if 90 value is given as what? 72, then the score of D is X. So 90 is 100, 72 is X, so X is going to become 80. That's it. Unitary method. Got it? Did not understand. One, I'll give homework that you do. Amar, Pavan, Chetan have a total of 40 marbles. Sorry. 40 marbles. Amar, Pavan, Chetan. ABC. Now first, A triple, first A tripled the number of marbles. With of the other two. By giving them some marbles. Next, Pavan similarly triples the number of marbles of the other. Pawan finally has 10 marbles. Find the number of marbles he initially had. Initially the option is 11, the option is 10, is 9, and the option is 12. Any doubts? That's it. Thank you. Do this as homework.